Welcome back to day 118 of our chess journey to 1500 ELO on chess.com. So yesterday when I got home, I just fell asleep and well, I stayed asleep I guess. I slept from 7 p.m. until this morning. I guess it's built up exhaustion from the week. And well, here we are today, one day delayed. I won't be posting two videos today because if I have little time at the times, I don't think it would be a good idea to post two videos in a row rather in one day, because well, not everyone's gonna have time to watch two videos, and then it's gonna be difficult to keep up to date. So well, yesterday's video won't be there, or rather there wasn't one, but today we'll see what we can get done. Another funny thing here is I did get a question lately. Why did I move the angle of the camera? I didn't quite want to include the jacket there hanging on the door, or the raincoat, so I think this looks slightly better. Well, that's it for the non-game related stuff today. Let's jump on ahead into our game here and find an opponent. We are at the lowest we've been in a little while in regards to rating, but I'm confident, well slept, and oh wow, 1623. Well, if we win today, it's going to be fantastic. We get an Alpin. Let's come up here. Alcoholic Plumber from Germany. This is played, so I guess we'll just come up here. If we win today, we get plus 11. If we draw, we get 3 points, and if we lose, we get plus 5. This might be an option now, but it's not played. I think I like to get e6 in to prevent this horrendously annoying pawn push, which we have faced before, I think. This might be an option as well, but as I mentioned, or well, this might be an option immediately, but I think we'll go for this. Opening up our bishop, preventing the pawn push, and maybe preparing for d6 as well. We can come out here and pressure this pawn perhaps. We'll just see what we end up doing here. The bishop comes out. Now this pawn is hanging. We could come here and see what our opponent ends up doing. We could come here and kind of try to trade off, but our opponent is not going to take there. Not at all. I think maybe coming here and then coming here, so we have additional pressure if we want to take this way. And now, as well as I did mention, this pawn here is hanging because of the bishop blocking the queen's path. This knight move is a welcome sight, I think, because it prevents this pawn push. So now if we go here, well, the bishop could come out and then we take it, so maybe not. Here, let's say castles, takes, and maybe we'll play this first. Or maybe not, actually. I think it might be too slow. I think we should strike first, and then take it from there. So if this is played, we just take in this position. Well, we could still take. Our opponent here is castled. This pawn is not free. Let's say takes. The problem here is we can't avoid f4, connecting the pawn, and there is no weakness. So which options do we have? We would like to get this bishop out. I think this is probably good. Blunts this bishop, prepares to apply pressure here. If this and this is played, for instance, we could come up, but then the queen comes up, and if we come here, this can get annoying. And I think we castle this and this, and we don't have an additional piece here, but at least we have more development there. At least relative to what we've got now. So I think we'll go for this. Don't quite know if it's the best idea or not. This is played. Our knight here is hit. We don't want this, would destroy our pawns. If we take, we allow the pawns to get together, and this is no longer a weakness. So which options do we have? Well, first of all, we could come back here, kind of team up the knights, or with the knights, and this is going to be our bishop's development path, so it's not going to block that. Could come here. I don't think it interferes with a whole lot, was what I was going to say, but then this becomes annoying because our only move here might be this or this maybe, but we do not want to move this knight because it's got an important position here. So maybe coming out here might be good. Hitting the bishop, it has to move, but then this and this, and this bishop gets annoying. So honestly, I'm inclined towards playing this, so this knight is defended, and we've got our stuff going on in a good way, and as well, this doesn't get annoying either. Is this ever a move? Here we would win a pawn, I think, because takes, takes, and takes. I don't see any concrete follow-up. Although we would have to be careful here because it opens up our king in this particular instance. Well, this is played. Now we could come here. And then what would our opponent play? I don't think this is bad. Let's say this is played. We could come here. If takes, 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 we have takes, and we win the pawn, and this prepares castling. If the bishop takes here, well, we get the bishop here, so that's not the end of the world. This, and we have to take here. And this pawn is going to be weak, and this diagonal would be incredible for us. Kind of trying to come up with a good position for this knight here. Guess we'll have to see what we end up doing. An easy way here of playing for our opponent would have been this maybe. It's not played though. Instead, the knight jumps in, which I think looks like a mistake. The reason it looks like a mistake is because this isn't a threat. Our opponent might intend to play this, but here if we take, we might just end up a pawn up. Because there is no knight here. If we have this, so let's just take, I think, and not spend too much time. The pawn takes, and honestly, I'm getting kind of worried here because of the speed with which our opponent played the move here. But why is this not good? Here we could even take or take, it's a threat. What is the concrete idea here? There is no move here, I think. Or let me have a look at this, because it might be a trap in some line. In regards to our queen maybe. Let's see. No, I don't see it. I don't see the move at all. Why can't we just take here? I think we should be able to. The reason I'm wavering a bit here is because of our opponent's rating, which might not be a good idea, but considering the confidence with which they played the move, I think, or at least thought, I don't know, they might have something which I did not spot. The knight comes in, and this is what I think I missed here, because this and this, let's say this is played and the bishop comes here. In this position, or this might actually just be completely bad. Let me just have a quick look here. We can't take, of course, because it loses the queen here. I don't see a move here. We can't defend the queen and the check. So let's not take, which means we have to play something else. If we don't take, I guess our only move is here. This might be played, but still we would be up a pawn. It's just going to be difficult to utilize this rook here. Yeah, this is not ideal, but it will have to do. At least we don't lose the queen. There might be ideas like this. Potentially. And we could win some material. It's just going to... We just have to be careful of this rather, because if we take, there is a checkmate threat. Would love to evict this knight. Don't love having it on our turf here. Okay, so now this is played, and this is threatened. It's hit twice. And the knight is defended by the queen. My idea here is essentially just coming up here, but then this doesn't work, so maybe coming here, and this gets defended, but it doesn't quite convince me. So this and this, is this a good idea, or is it just horrendously bad? We are still pinned here. Our opponent here is playing fantastically. I think we might have to come here to defend the pawn, or alternatively move the rook here, which doesn't quite work. Well, it does, I guess, because we have this defending the pawn. Because if we go here, this and this, the pawn would hang, but I think we'll take with the rook here, or move the rook and take with the queen. Well, this doesn't work either, because this, I think, and then our queen rather would be hanging, so I think we have to move it so as not to lose it. Yes, I guess this has to be played. This could force our king up, which would not be ideal, but I don't see a concrete way of forcing anything against us there. Still, I don't think we can take here because of this, and the threat here becomes quite powerful. Our light squared bishop has to join the game soon. Would have loved to get it up here, but our opponent has occupied this diagonal, making that difficult. Now the bishop comes back, and we're just laser beamed from every direction. Could we come up here and just hit some more stuff? Might be an option. This, and we can't quite take, I think. Let me have a quick look. Here, and this is a threat, but it's not because we take the knight. So here, and this has to take. And then I think we are in a slightly better position. Getting rid of the piece there, opening up our bishop. I think this is good. Importantly, this is a check. The bishop takes. Our queen is still hanging. We don't want to take because then this is a problem. Our queen here is running out of squares. I'm looking for something good here. First of all, is there an option here of making this work, or a way of doing so? This, this, and now this pawn would get taken. I think it becomes too dangerous. We should not do that, so we can't go here. Can we come over here and keep our eyes on this pawn? I think so. Yeah, let's go there, or maybe here. This comes with which merit? I guess the bishop here can't come up, but this could hit us. Honestly, I would like to keep our eyes on the pawn, of course, because it's targeted. So let's slide on over. This might be played, and then what do we play? Then the pawn won't be hanging, but this is played, and this is hit. But honestly, it's not quite targeted, because if this is gets taken, we just take. So now, what do we do? Would like to get this bishop out, so we could get the king in, but then the bishop comes down, and this gets annoying. Maybe coming up with a knight here might be an idea. We can't develop here because it loses a pawn. Or well, wait a second. Is this knight not free? Am I missing something? This just looks free to me. Looks completely free. There is this check, but we come down and block. And then what is there for our opponent? Now this has to be a blunder. Honestly, I do not see why or how it's not. Let's take and make our opponent prove it, I guess. They can't take here, can't take here. This, of course, is the check that could be dangerous, but we come here and it should be good. This works even. And this, I think, gets quite good for us. No, it doesn't, because here it takes, and the pawn is lost. But honestly, we're up a piece, so trading queens is fantastic. We don't mind losing the b-pawn. We move the rook over, and we should be good. That's my conclusion here, at least. The queen comes out. Now we play rook here, I think. Just want to make sure we don't get the queen trapped. Could come out here as well, I think. Now this is adequately defended. Yeah, let's do this, so our queen doesn't get hit so easily by the rooks. Well, a rook could still come down to d1, which could be annoying. So let's maybe delay that idea and move this rook first. No, let's not, because then this becomes annoying, and we don't have a good way of blocking it. Let's come here first. The rook gets placed there. Our opponent here keeps on playing fantastic moves. It's not something we're used to, this level of play. I think we'll start out moving the rook. Could we go here? Then takes. No, I think this works. Worst case, we lose a pawn. But now this diagonal is annoying, of course. There is a lot of stuff for us to deal with here. Let's play what I think looks to be the least difficult to play. No, this just drops this pawn immediately. So I guess we push this pawn first. +4 material against a 1623 opponent. This is either a fantastic game for us, or it might get bad because of the time situation. We'll have to see. This. Yeah, here we just take. And we're still up a piece. I don't think this is all that bad. Now we have this. Or do we? No, we don't, because this gets annoying. So I guess we might have to come here. This is no good. This square has to be defended. Best way of doing so is probably coming down here. There is no pin because of our b5 pawn or b6. So this doesn't work, picking up our queen. Now this is probably going to be our next move, hopefully. Is there a threat here? No, this rook is even undefended. And if this comes out here... well, no, it's actually a threat, I think. This. If we take and get this, I don't love it. I do not love it. So let's come here instead, actually. Is the move I realized we have. And we should win material. At least I think so. Importantly, this doesn't work. Or at least I don't think it does. We just take here and we should be quite happy. Still, this rook is not in the game, at least not yet. But once we get time to play this and this, it should be quite good for us. Still, we're down to 1/10 of our opponent's move, or time rather. Well, almost. 136 does not equal, or is not 1/10 of 1328, despite 3 and 3. It's 136 would be something like 16 minutes, I guess. Yeah, it should be 16:00, I guess. Now our opponent is in a pickle. And this is a welcome sight. If this is played, I want to play this, but it doesn't work because of this move. So if this is played, I think we come out with the bishop. This should work now. Here. And if this is played, we take, and this is defended like this. So let's take. This is played, shouldn't be a massive problem. We can just slide on back, and we're up 8 points of material. Or not. Yeah, that's too quick of a move by me. But still, we're up quite a lot. We have to sacrifice the queen down to 1 minute. I do not see an alternative. This, and we don't want to allow this with check, so let's do this on our terms. We'll come here. And now we'll have this, and we just have to prove 2 bishops and a rook should beat the queen. At least, I hope so in this case. If this doesn't work, this was a good move by our opponent. Might have to move here and play up like this. So let's do just that. But now, queen to d. Yeah, this is annoying. Definitely annoying. Good play by our opponent. This, it's an infiltration, but we'll have to move the bishop. Actually not. Let's move. Oh, this is no good. It loses this bishop, so let's come here. If this is played, we push, and we'll get this. Our opponent here is playing fantastic chess. This, and we might have to open up the king. Actually not. Yeah, because we'll have this first, and then we can take the pawn. I think. And then our next move is likely to be this. And I think this looks like a good position. Half a minute, not ideal. Blundered a queen once this game. Could definitely blunder again. Now this, and our rook is defended. The threat was this, by moving the queen back. Would like to come onto this diagonal again, so there is no annoying stuff down towards our king. This is hit, so I guess we come back here. Do we? Or maybe we'll slide on over here first. I think this might be better. This is a threat. It's not played. No, it's not a threat actually, because it's kind of blocked. Let's come here. The rook is cut off. So, no, it's not. Oh wow, I'm just blundering stuff today. I don't hope this gets entirely blundered. That would be bad. We'll come up here first. Blundered a bishop and a queen this game. That's maybe something like a new record. Would like for this not to be hanging. Might evict the queen first. You don't get to stay here, but that's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Kind of falling apart here at the seams. I guess we'll be hitting the queen again. It's going to come here and hit this rook, so we can't take this, but then we might be able to double up at least. Can we? Can we double up? Guess we could come here, which looks okay at least. We hit some stuff, threaten the pawn. Still, this is prevented. Oh, this is played. Okay. So we might have to play this way, doubling up like this. We're down material now, absurdly. It is quite absurd to be down material considering the position we were in. Our opponent here is finding fantastic moves. Takes, takes. What do we do about this? Maybe this. And if this gets taken, we have to take like this, I think. No, it's pushed. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can we come here? I don't think so. Maybe coming around here might be good. I think our opponent might be getting another queen, guys. We'll try to prevent it, but this gets annoying. Yeah, this might actually just be lost immediately. Wow. This is a 1600, guys. Quite a bit higher than we are currently in terms of rating. Guess we might come up here. Are we able to hold this? I don't expect that to be the case. Can we come here? I don't know if this works or not. It might be good because here the king is pushed up. We can't push this pawn. Might have to come back. This, and I don't quite want our king to get forced open here, but that might just happen. This is played. Fantastic moves by our opponent. Let's come up here, I guess. Keeping our defense here. This is a check. Let's slide on over. The queen gets in. This might be our only way of winning, or well, it doesn't work because we don't actually get to skewer the queen. This is likely to happen. I don't see a good way of preventing it. Let's maybe just slide on back here. We're just trying to survive here. The pawn is pushed. And the integrity here of our pawn structure is going to be broken. Let's come up. This will be played. We can't prevent it. Oh, I didn't see we're going to be losing all the pawns. Yeah, we're losing all our stuff here. Oops. This is a check. Let's come here, so this isn't a check. And honestly, this is looking dire, to say the least. A loss is -5. This is likely to be pushed. Let's just see if we have any. Sorry, just got a bit of a cough there. Do we have anything to play for? Maybe coming over. Honestly, I don't quite see it. This, and we blunder the bishop. Or do we? Yeah, we do. This blunders the bishop as well. Nothing works here. Honestly, let's just resign. I don't see a way of playing this. Let's not waste our opponent's time. Let's just thank them for the game. This was quite good. It sucks kind of blundering a +8 advantage in terms of material. It got tactical and our opponent just outplayed us. Let's jump ahead into the game review and have a look at how we should have played this differently. We played with 61.8 today and our opponent played with 68.1. We've been having a few games with rather low accuracies lately, but also those tend to overlap with our Sicilian games, rather unsurprisingly. This was all good. We got onto a decent start. This was not the best move though. Should have apparently went here. And then if this was played, we should have come up with the queen and we would have been in an okay position apparently, but still this is not the best position. It's not played though. We went here, which apparently blundered the game immediately. Let's try and follow this line and see why. Now this is a threat. Why can we not take here, for instance? Oh yeah, of course, it's mate in 1. Neither of us saw that idea. The only way of preventing it would be this maybe, but this is bad. So we would have to move like this, which is indicated by the bar. Or the arrow rather. It's not played, we get this, and at this point I thought we were in a good position. Apparently this was not best, should have went here. And the pawn would have been defended. But instead we got this, our opponent missed something. The idea here was apparently an immediate bishop to this square. Why? Let's have a look. Let's say we castle, for instance. Then there is a sequence which apparently wins the material. The best appears to be this. If we take this and this, and this is lost. Okay. Played this here. Only move. If we were to play this, the game is over. Would have had to trade the queen for 2 pieces. There was this in-between move as well. And this might have been an in-between move. This doesn't work here. because, well, this is lost, so this has to be played. And at the end of the line, we're just playing down a queen. But we got this. This apparently blundered immediately. Once again, the tactics here were just numerous, to say the very least. Okay, so why is this a threat? Let's say we come here. Can we not take this? No, because of the checkmate threat. So if this is played, takes, once again, this is bad. It's quite bad. Our opponent came back, we got this. Once again, not ideal. I did not love placing our queen here because I thought even this might be good. But it's horrendously bad. For some reason I thought, oh wow, the queens have to trade and our opponent just ends up a pawn up. Miscalculated, happens. And this was just a massive blunder. At this point, we should have won the game. 5 minutes. I don't know why I didn't just take. I guess against such a high-rated opponent, I just assumed they had something here, which I missed. I didn't see it. Kind of called their bluff after 1 minute. And, well, we kind of played on here. Had some good moves. Got to this position. And this was good as well. Apparently, kind of funny. This was not even a blunder, it's just an inaccuracy because of our good position. This is still good for us. But, well, should have not allowed this. This should have been played instead apparently, and then I guess we keep material. Now we can play this, is my intuition at least. Why does it not work? I guess best case we have to give up the bishop. But this is still just decisively winning. So we did get into a weird position. Wait, what? This was best? Then how do we ever get out here? I don't know. Anyways, the difference is small. This was all good. What has been blundered here? Oh, this. We can't go here. Our only move here is this, and then this. Is the bishop just trapped? Oh, this is a threat as well. Oh wow. Difficult to spot, at least with this little time. And this blunder, yeah, this kind of sucked. If we didn't lose the bishop here like this, the position would have been much better. But still, this is equal. But yeah, this, I guess I missed the power of the pawn here. What should we have played instead? Here, should have first of all played this apparently, and the queen gets kind of semi-trapped. If this is played, we double up this way, and why is this? Oh, we have this move, and it's just a repetition, I guess. Yeah, seems like it. But instead, we got this. And our opponent here displayed great technique during the endgame. And, well, honestly, from this point on, it's just a matter of showing they are able to convert, which our opponent was in fact able to do, rather. This, there was never really anything concrete here. We can't easily prevent this. We could have come here, but I just saw ways of geometrically winning the bishop, and then it gets trivial once again. We could come as close as we want to the pawn, not here either, but yeah, this is just lost, and I don't want to waste our opponent's time or your time. So well, that's our game for today. I'm quite happy we got to such a good position against a 1600 rated opponent. Well, a couple of blunders, not ideal, but at least we did show some fighting spirit today against, I think this is our highest rated opponent. So that's quite fun. So thanks to Alcoholic Plumber from Germany for the game. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. This has been our game for today, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.